Happy Saturday, everybody. It is Sciencey Saturday with Kelsey, where I get to break down the nitty-gritty of some complicated science in a way that makes sense for you in under 5 minutes. Today, I get to talk about gut health. It is one of my favorite topics. There is a lot of buzz out there right now on gut health, so I'm going to break it down for you with some facts, all right? Now, with gut health, what we're talking about is typically your microbiota. That is a bunch of bacteria that lives in your colon or your large intestine, and it lives there, and every single one of these bacteria have a purpose. They have a job, and a lot of times these jobs are extremely important. They keep us from being sick. They actually create vitamins and minerals in our body. They do really good things. About 70% of our immune system lives here, all right? So it's really important to have a really healthy gut. Now, what is a healthy gut? It really depends on who you are and what you need, all right? There's no one profile that's perfect when it comes to having a healthy gut, all right? So when it comes to your gut microbiota, all of these bacteria, because they have certain jobs, you really want to have a very diverse army of microbiota, all right? So you want to have a lot of them. You want to have different microbes because they're all going to do different things for you. The more microbes you have, typically the better. Now, with that, one thing that you can normally do that is going to help you to have a more diverse microbiota is taking probiotics. I love probiotics. I think people should take probiotics within reason. Now, here's the thing with probiotics. This is where we're going to get a little bit I'm gonna draw from some of the clinical trials that are out there. Now, there are no confirmed studies that show a direct benefit with taking probiotics and certain like biomarkers through health. However, there are correlations. There is a difference, all right? So there are studies that are kind of showing benefits, but there's nothing that's super concrete. So because of that, what we are seeing is that there's not a lot of negative things that happen with taking a probiotic. There's only positive things that can happen with taking a probiotic. Can you over probiotic? Yeah, you probably could, but it really kind of depends. I definitely think you should talk to your doctor about it and see if you can get one. What you're really looking for is high CFUs or colony forming units, all right? You want a high amount of those, and you want a diversity of strains, all right? So the higher the strains, the better, because then you're getting a diverse amount of bacteria. And so with that, now a couple things, there are probiotics and there are prebiotics. I want to end with this. Probiotics are what is actually your gut microbiota, all right? So that's the bacteria that live in there. Those are probiotics, okay? That you're gonna get from foods, but it's very hard to get them, especially if you're not consuming fermented foods. Fermented foods are going to be things like kefir, some pickles, not all pickles, you have to get certain ones, right? You can find those in the refrigerated section at the store. They're usually expensive and they are delicious. So kimchi, pickles, it's going to be like kombucha, water, kefir, sauerkraut, anything that has been fermented. No, I don't suggest beer, okay? So with that, you can get your probiotics from those, but again, it's not really enough to give you a ton of diversification. So if you're taking a probiotic on top of that, great. Then you have prebiotics. A lot of probiotic supplements come with prebiotics in them. You don't necessarily need that if you're consuming a whole food diet. Prebiotics are the food of a probiotic. So that's going to be starches and fibers. Prebiotics are extremely important because if you don't get prebiotics all the way into your gut, then your gut microbiome, your gut microbiota will not thrive. And we want it to thrive because it's your immune system, right? Or it's a large part of your immune system. So if you're getting a lot of whole foods in your diet, then you're going to do great. If you're getting the fiber in your diet, then you're going to do great and your gut microbiota will thrive. If you're not consuming fermented foods, you're not consuming things that have probiotics naturally in them, you're not taking probiotics, you may have a less diverse gut microbe or gut microbiota. And if that's the case, then you may be susceptible to illnesses. So if you're getting that and you're actually getting your prebiotics in order to get your probiotics or your gut microbiota to thrive, you're going to get that again from anything that's high fiber, anything that starches. So carbohydrates, fruits, veggies, things like that, that is 100% going into feeding your gut microbiota. So that is your Sciencey Saturday, guys. I would recommend you take some probiotics and start looking at where you can get probiotics naturally from foods and where you can get prebiotics in order for the probiotics to thrive from foods as well. Always from foods. All right, bye.